Well, they made it. So how are they going to fuck it up this time? Because that's what they do. That's what the Oilers do. They make it, and then they cough it up. It's just in their nature. It's like the scorpion and the frog. They can't help themselves. They're the Oilers. It's in their nature to fuck up and to lose to anybody. I mean, they have the best 1-2 punch in the league. Let's face that fact. McDavid, Draisaitl, monstrous. But when it counts, nothing. Nothing. I mean, I'm not gonna count their first year making it as part of nothing because it was their first bit of playoff experience, and they got a winning round out of it. They won a round, impressive. But overall, it's just nothing but failure. It's failure. When you have players that good, you should win something. They only got to the final last year. That was the first time they made it. And look who they lost to. The Panthers? Seriously? You know, their fans get at me. They're still salty over 3 years ago. You know, I'll never forget when their fans got at me when you lost to Seattle in the first round. Yes, they made it further than we did, but they also went backwards too. They went from going to the conference final to losing to Vegas in round 2. And here's the thing. We could afford to go backwards a bit because we won a thing called the Stanley Cup a year before that. Those two, they're still looking for theirs, and they're nowhere close. Yes, they made the Game 7 last year. Point is, they should have never been behind that series in the first place. They were playing Florida. Okay? At least when we won, we beat Florida's real team. You know how hard it is to beat the Lightning? We did it. And we showed everybody else how to do it too. But Edmonton, they just find ways to lose everybody and to anybody. And let's face facts. That magical run, they really owe Dallas a fruit basket. They really do. Because if we had beaten Dallas, they don't make the final. You honestly think that team last year was going to beat the Avs? They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it in 22, and we started a backup goalie most of that time. They had the refs. The Oilers had the refs on their side because they always do. Still didn't win any games that series. So don't tell me this team would have beat the Avs last year. They wouldn't have. No. Already, Oilers fans are preparing their excuses for when they inevitably fuck up this year, because they will. They've lost. They've spent the last month or so losing games that they should have won, and people would say, "Well, the David Draisaitl out. They've been out. Of course it's going to happen." Here's the thing: those two of them have been out for a week. They've been losing games like this since around February. Explain that. And of course, the goaltending sucks, and they call that out. But here's another thing: that goaltending's been fucked up for the last 5 years. They haven't fixed it yet. They haven't bothered to fix it because they think those two are just gonna wave a magic wand and make everything fine. That's not how hockey works. Bottom line is this: the Oilers made it. Congratulations. Now let's enjoy this next week before it's over again because the Kings are going to beat them out. They really are. The Kings are well oiled. They've got that whole home ice thing figured out. They don't lose at home. And I say this even though the Avs are going to be headed to LA. We'll show Edmonton how it's done, and Edmonton will still fuck it up. But yeah, they're not beating LA. Oilers are not beating LA. I normally don't make predictions like this, but they're not beating LA. No, even if they do beat LA, they'll have most likely Vegas waiting for them. They're not beating. There's no way they're not beating Vegas either. They proved that 2 years ago. So yeah, I'm here with this video congratulating the Oilers for making it. And round about a couple weeks from now, I'll be here talking about how the Oilers got eliminated in the first round. That's what's going to happen. Because LA has the home ice. Oilers can forget it. Someone else will be winning that Campbell Bowl, and we all know what logo that'll be. So, that is my video. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. If you're on TikTok, feel free to hit that follow button. Same if you're on Instagram. The link's up there. That's my story about the Oilers clinching. Check it out. And if there's any clinches on Saturday, hopefully there are. I'll talk about those too. There's only 3 spots left to be nabbed, and I think 2 of them can be snatched up. So stay tuned, especially for the Oilers' latest train wreck that'll end in a couple weeks.